America lies on her deathbed in dire need of guidance and a new direction. If we examine America's vital signs, we will have to agree that they show that America is not on the ascendancy, but America is in a state of decline.
Go ahead, brother. Teach.
The root of America's suffering is a basic immorality and vanity where greed, lust, and an inordinate self-interest has become the way of life.
That's right.
Yes, sir. That's right, man.
Greed drives people to think more of profit than they do of principle.
Yes, sir.
Greed drives the media. Greed drives the politicians.
What's up, YouTube family? Welcome back to my space. This is Ivan Strayola. Guys, thank you so much for tuning to watch today's video. Guys, on today's video, we want to talk about the decline of America. Family, when you examine America right now, you'll notice a series of decline rather than appreciation. You'll notice a lot of complaints, you know, about the leadership of America. You'll ask yourself, is Babylon really falling? And on today's video, Farrakhan explains on the same, and this is a video that actually happened many years ago, but it still makes sense to the declining trajectory of America today. Look at the leadership right now in America. Look at the mass deportations. Look at the struggle about the cost of living, you know, that is in America right now. Look at ICE officials arresting even American citizens and forcefully getting them outside of their house. There is a lot of decline in America. You know, there is a lot of gun violence, and these are some of the things that the minister Farrakhan actually prophesied some time back. And he said that you'll notice that America is in a state of decline. The root of America's suffering is basic immorality and vanity with greed. So family, I want you to watch this video of Farrakhan as he explains the decline in America and what Americans should expect, and how rather we can be able to escape the judgment, you know, that America is here to face. So guys, I want you to watch this video. Once the video is done, we will get back and do a critical analysis about the same. Let's watch this together, family.
I wouldn't waste my time or your time trying to get you to hate somebody. You know, if 400 years of evil mistreatment has not taught you to hate, then it's impossible for anybody to get you to hate. If you came to hear me preach an anti-Semitic subject, oh, you're in the wrong place. I just wouldn't waste my time or yours with that. I want you to get to know me better, but I don't have time to talk about myself. You will get to know me as we delineate the truths that Jesus said would make us free. And that's not only freeing black people, but white folk need to be freed from the chains that keep them shackled to the myth of white supremacy. naturally, if I came to wake the brothers and sisters up, then naturally you can be superior to somebody who is asleep. That's no big feat. That's no demonstration of superior intelligence to wait until somebody sleeps to demonstrate how smart you are. Every one of you that is a mother and get tired sometime and fall asleep and your children are awake while you're asleep. Well, if you're asleep, they're running the house. But let them try it when you wake up. See, it's an altogether different time. When mama wakes up, she has to put the house back in order. And so it is with black people. The things that used to be done yesterday with impunity when we were asleep, you just can't do that anymore. We're awake now. And now that we have awakened, we see the house is in a mess. Hey, look what a mess our children have made of the house. So we gotta quickly get in the bathroom and wash up. We can't take too much time in the bathroom. But you must go to the toilet and clean up first. Then come out and look at the mess that the children have made. And then decide what we're going to do to put it in order. And of course you have to call the children into question. And then you have to spank those that need it. But this would never have happened if you had just stayed awake. So the person you need to blame is not the children who ran amok and messed up the house. Blame yourself for falling asleep while your children should have been asleep with you. Well, let's get busy. As we speak, America, it appears, is clearly suffering. And from my vantage point, America lies on her deathbed in dire need of guidance and a new direction. If we examine America's vital signs, we will have to agree that they show that America is not on the ascendancy, but America is in a state of decline.
Go ahead, brother. Teach.
The root of America's suffering is a basic immorality and vanity where greed, lust, and an inordinate self-interest has become the way of life.
That's right. Yes, sir. That's right, man.
Greed drives people to think more of profit than they do of principle.
Yes, sir.
Greed drives the media. Greed drives the politicians. Greed drives the preachers. Greed, self-interest.
Yes, sir.
We don't care what happens to the nation. It's my corporation. We must make a profit even if America suffers a loss.
Yes, sir.
So this inordinate self-interest has become the way of life. I'm a Christian, but I want my denomination
Come on.
To be successful over yours, though we both claim Christ.
Go ahead. Teach me.
I am a Muslim, but I want my sect or my party to become predominant over yours because greed and vanity and inordinate self-interest driving us. We can't look to see what is good for the whole because we don't care about the whole. If my family is doing well, I don't care if your family is suffering. This is the condition of America. America is supposed to be a melting pot of many nations, many races, many cultures, many religions. But if I'm Irish, I'll look out for the Irish. But the Irish are not the only ones who make up America. If I'm a Jew, I will look out for Jews. If I'm an Italian, I will look out for Italians. Or if I'm black, I will look out for black. If I'm rich, I will look out for my class. If I'm poor, I'm just looking out for an opportunity. But if the Irish prosper to the detriment of the Italians, or the Italians prosper to the detriment of the Jews, or the Koreans prosper to the detriment of the Japanese, and if all prosper to the detriment of the black, then we are weakening self. If we say self is all of us inclusive as Americans, if that's what we say, if we really mean what we say, then who will speak for the whole? Who will lead for the whole? Who will see the need of the most disadvantaged and lift them up to the equal position of the most advantaged? Who will do that? Will the Democratic Party do that? I don't think so. How do you know, Farrakhan? Because you've had the opportunity to do so, and you have not done so. The poor are still poor and getting poorer every day. And the rich are still rich and getting richer every day at the expense of the poor. There's only a few in America who control the wealth of the many. Just a few families in America. Just a few families in America.
You know you're right. Yeah, you're right. That's that,
Greed. Greed. Vanity. An inordinate self-interest, which is a basic immorality, is driving America to ruin. When the desire for self-interest and its realization becomes excessive, then the first casualty in this struggle is truth.
Teach, minister.
You see, when I'm ripping you off, as long as you don't know it, fine. But the moment you start waking up to the fact that my hand is in your pocket, then I've got to justify why my hand is in your pocket. So the justification and the rationalization is a falsification of the truth. So then I have to engage in deceit. So the rich have to deceive the poor to make you think that you're poor because something is wrong with you. And they're rich because something is right with them. They want you to believe that just a few people are capable of going to college.
Teach, minister.
And the masses should just learn a trade.
Yeah.
Well, we should have trades. But every human being that is made in the image and likeness of God is capable of not only graduating from college, but becoming a master of any discipline that is in the field of knowledge. God is the most excellent creator. And if man is created in the image and likeness of God, and there is no mediocre creation of God, from the tiniest flea to the far planets, everything that he created is excellent in its make.
That's right. That's right.
Think about a worm, how excellent it is. Think about a fish and a bird, how excellent it is. Go into a botanical garden and look at flowers and greenery and see how excellent the Creator is. Look in your telescope and view the planets and the stars and the constellations and see how excellent it is. You're floating on a planet that is not upheld by any pillars, just floating in space, smoother than the ride of a 747. How excellent is God's creation. And you, human being, are the best of his creation. The Quran says he created you in the best of modes. Nothing greater than this magnificent human body. 60,000 miles of veins and arteries. Starting from one cell, you have multiplied to become billions and trillions of cells, yet one body. You are the microcosm of the universe. And the mastery of self is the beginning of the mastery of the forces that control and govern the outer world of the universe. How excellent is the Creator, and how excellent is his creation. And if man has been created that the whole universe must serve us.
Go ahead.
Because we are the best of what he created.
That's right.
The sun serves us.
That's right.
The moon and the stars serve us.
Yes, sir.
The insects, the ants, the mountains serve us.
Yes,
a beneficent God set it all out there to serve you and me.
That's right.
And he gives us the wherewithal to become the master of what he created.
That's right.
How dare anyone say that the least among us is not innately qualified, to become a master, not only of the silliness that you call education. Let me say that again, please.
Preach, minister, preach.
Not only are we capable of mastering the silliness that you call education, you are capable of mastering the very laws that govern your creation and the creation of the universe. Now, why, Farrakhan, did you call education silliness?
Teach us.
I struggled for years to get a Bachelor of Science or a master degree or a PhD degree, and I'm still struggling, and you call it silliness? What is something that is silly?
Teach us, Minister.
That which is silly is that which is imbalanced.
Yes, sir.
Oh, man, go on. Teach.
That which is silly is that which drives you to savagery.
Go ahead, Minister.
Teach us.
That which is silly is deprived of the excellence of justice. So when you are deprived of justice in the education, then what you are engaging is that which does not properly cultivate your excellent qualities.
Come on, Minister, go.
So you can be a PhD degreed person and don't quite understand what your sex is.
Teach, Minister. Teach.
Family, for many years, different spiritual leaders have been suggesting that America will face a really wrong wrath, a very fierce wrath in the coming years. And right now we are starting to see how America is struggling with a lot of things. And some of the things that were addressed during those days have always been how black folks have been treated over the years since the days of slavery. 400 years of a lot of slavery. Then we've seen a lot of discrimination against the black folk. We've seen minority groups, even like the Latinas, struggling right now in America. And people are asking themselves, is it that time that was prophesied for Babylon to fall down? We are seeing with the leadership state in America, is it that timing that many leaders, many spiritual leaders prophesied about? Louis Farrakhan in this video is just trying to teach people how to escape God's judgment upon America. And you all know the wrath that America is yet to face, according to many scholars. Louis Farrakhan says, if we examine America, you will notice America is in a state of decline. The root of America's suffering is a basic immorality and vanity with greed, lust and self-interest, which has become the way of life. There's a lot of self-interest. In America, there is a lot of greed. Everyone wants to make profit for themselves. People do not want to think about the other people. Look at pastors right now. Look at the president. Look at different leaders. Everyone has greed and want, to solve their own problems and make profit for them, for their own selves. They do not care what it takes for them to win. The greed is just something that is yet to finish America. There's greed with the media, there's greed with politicians, with preachers, and people want to make profit even if it means America suffering a loss. People do not care. Right now, each group is only thinking of themselves. When you look at the Latinas, they'll only think about the interests of their own people. The Latinas for Trump right now, you're seeing them, most of them being deported outside of America. There are mass deportations. Right now, they'll only think of themselves. People are only thinking of ways that different groups can survive. Jews want to look out for other Jews. Italians want to look to other Italians. Blacks are pushing for other blacks. Rich for their own class. Rich are only focusing with people of their own class, while poor people are looking out for opportunities. That's how America is right now. Everyone is looking for their own interest. Everyone is being driven by greed. Everyone wants to take care of themselves right now other than any other thing. They want to ensure that they get profit. They do not care what it takes for them to get that profit. if it means other people losing, they're as well ready for the same. And that's why Louis Farrakhan thinks there's a lot of judgment coming forth for America, because right now people are living, in a bad way. Who will look at the disadvantaged and lift them up to the point of advantage? Greed is driving America to ruins. Greed is actually ensuring that America is falling down. Louis Farrakhan explains and say that if greed goes down, then America can easily thrive. But with the greed that everyone has right now in this day and time, things may be even worse and worse as days goes by. I really like the teachings of Louis Farrakhan, because he tries to point out issues affecting people, and he says that in this specific video his intention is to give light where there is darkness. He's not intending to perpetuate hate in the American societies between black and white communities, but rather trying to ensure that there is light, that people wake up from their sleeps. He gives the analogy of a child and a parent, where a parent sleeps before their child in their house. Then once the parent is asleep, or the dad or the mom, the kid takes over the house and ruins stuff. Who is to be blamed in that situation? Is it because the parent slept, the kid messed up, or is it the mistake of the parent? Because now you should be in control of your own home. The same way he says that this message is intended to wake up the the people who have slept, the people who are not in a point of having knowledge, having wisdom. He intends to just preach good words to them, and for them to be able to understand these things. So family, let me know in the comment section down below what you think about this specific video. Like it so that it can be recommended to other YouTube users, and I'll be very grateful. Family, right now we are on the road to 50,000 subscribers, and guys, we cannot do it without your support. Kindly share this video widely to your friends and relatives, and ensure that we get to learn together, even as we push to enlighten black people in black communities all over the world. The goal of this channel has always been to talk about black empowerment, talk about black stories, and tell black stories the black way. Because if we give the white supremacists an opportunity to tell our stories, then our stories will be distorted, and many a times will be used against us. Thank you, and see you all in our next video. Goodbye for now.